Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you for joining me again today for another card making tutorial, and today I am making a Halloween card for the InspireINK blog hop that we're running today. Please do check in the description for a link to my blog post where you'll find a list or a link to a list of the other participants, so they'll all have their own variations on the Halloween theme. I suspect there'll be some treat boxes and all sorts of fun things being made by everyone else, but my thing's cards, so I just thought we'd do something really nice and simple using the Little Delights stamp set, which is a lovely set to cover all kinds of occasions during the winter season, including the Halloween. Okay, and then the papers I've used are from the Cute Halloween collection. So Halloween's not generally not as well celebrated in the UK, shall we say. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and I have to say it's not generally an occasion that I celebrate very much, but obviously other people do. But this set of paper is really cute. Okay, I've got some really great colours. So we've got Highland Heather, Pumpkin Pie, Flirty Flamingo and Old Olive in there with some black. So there you go, got some ghosts, little cats and pumpkins, some fun spots, little bats, some stripes, skulls and tombstones, haunted house and a stripe. But then on the back all the designs are black and white, which are far more usable. I mean, that one's practically black, so so these three in particular and this one could quite easily be used for generic monochromatic cards, and I suppose so could the Sweeties and this one. Okay, so it's only really these two that are very spooky, shall we say. But that's a cute set. It's a 6x6 pack, 8 designs with 4 of each, so really super value if you fancied getting your hands on something cute just to make some little Halloween favours. So this is my cute card that I'm doing, and a variation thereof. Okay, not terribly complicated, few bits and pieces, so just a couple of scraps of card there to do stamping and punching and all that kind of thing. White card base with a black layer to go over the top with the designer series paper. So the layer will be 4 by 5 3/4, and then we've got our paper which is 1/8 of an inch shorter and narrower, so we can just get that layered up straight off the bat and adhered to our card base, and then we can focus on the little embellishment element. So we'll just layer that on very simply, nothing too complicated. Okay, so just stick this onto the card base in my usual way. I always line up these 3 edges down here, and then the top will take care of itself. Nice sharp crease on your top fold, and that will stand up beautifully for you. Okay, don't forget you could also add colour to this. You could sponge over the top, use markers to accent certain parts, whatever you like. So you've got a lot of flexibility there if you would wish to do that. Got a piece of white, just a scrap, just an offcut, and I'm actually going to bring in a die. This is from, what's it actually called? Seasonal Labels, which is a lovely set that actually coordinates with the Christmas season stamp set. Okay, so if you were looking for a Christmas set, that's the one. I'm just using a die out of that set there. So we're going to die cut something from there, and we're going to stamp our sentiment too in the Highland Heather ink, which I've forgotten to pull out of my little they're all there. Just going to put my silicone mat underneath there. It doesn't bang about. So I'm just going to stamp that at the bottom there, so we can punch that out, and we're using the tailored tag to do that. In fact, let's do that right now, and then we'll die cut the other piece. So we'll just line that over the top and get that punched out. So that's ready to go. And while I've got the punch in my hands, we're going to do one in black to create our little layer. And we'll just run this through the die cut machine to mount everything on. Okay, so sometimes our dies and stuff, you know, you don't necessarily use things that are, you know, designed to coordinate as a bundle. You can, you know, think about your supplies and stretch them out, mix and match. Some of the other dies that might work quite well with this would be the ones Hippo and Friends. They've got some really nice labels in there, so those could work really well as well. So we've got that nice label there. Now this black tailored tag we're going to cut in half, so just grab my paper snips there and we'll just cut that in half. You could use the trimmer if you really wanted to, but it doesn't need to be super accurate. You just need to slice it into two, like so. And then I'm just going to apply some seal across the top and the bottom of that stamped sentiment, and just stick it over the black portion to create a faux layer. Okay, we've done this before a few times, but obviously if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen that, then there's a little tip for you. And because it's got that straight edge at the end, it doesn't look too odd. Okay, so that's how you can get sort of a faux layered look onto your card. Bring in some dimensionals ready onto the back of that. It's just top and bottom, so that's ready to go. We want to bring in our bats as our little embellishment there, which I have been stamping in black. But let's just have a bit more fun. Let's just do them in the Highland Heather, shall we? And just for a little bit of fun. So we'll get that, and I'm going to stamp that as high up onto the little tag as possible. Gives us plenty of room for all the other bits and pieces that are going to happen below. We'll next position our sentiment, and then we'll know where we will put our ribbon. Let's try and get it straight as well, straight enough anyway. The ribbon that I've chosen is the Grow Grain ribbon in Highland Heather, which is really nice. It's got sort of a shimmer to it. It's actually quite wide. That must be 3/4 of an inch, I would have thought. So that's a really nice chunky ribbon, but it does tie really nice bows. It's really nice and soft. So just doing our bunny ear method to get that bow tied, and fiddle about with our loops and things. Seems to want to, every time you do it you sort of loosen the knot, you see, so you just have to persevere and work with it until you get the size you want. So that will do just for now. Oh, actually that's alright actually. There we go. and just try and sort of manipulate it to the shape you want. Sometimes they sit better than others, okay? So it brings you out a nice long knot like that because of the width of the ribbon, I think. We'll use a glue dot to secure that onto the little tag here. So we've still got a bit of the scalloped little bits and pieces poking out the bottom. Okay, then we'll just take our scissors and trim those ends, and then that will help us find the correct position for that onto our card. So I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals on the back of here. I'll say a couple, I'm going to use 3 actually, just in a row there. Okay, and all we need to do is apply that to our little card base that we've already prepared. Really quick and simple. And I've been positioning them sort of down in the corner here, just so that you see more of the paper. Just trying to line up the edge of that to make sure it looks straight. So there's our black, white Highland Heather. I did actually bring in basic grey on this, which I thought toned in with the paper a little bit more. Just, it's optional. I mean, I could have just done it in black. It's just one of those things. Quite cute to have the coloured bats in there, I think, actually. So that's that. And while I was at it, I decided to make a couple of other cards with some of the more brightly coloured pattern papers. Exactly the same idea. Pumpkin pie and old olive are the colours I've used for the stamping in this case, and I've brought in this lovely black and white gingham ribbon just to bring the designs together. So there you have it, some really nice, quick, easy Halloween themed cards using the cute Halloween designer series paper and the Little Delights stamp set. Hope you've enjoyed that. Please do stop by the blog post and click those links to look at everybody else's projects. I'm sure there'll be loads of fun stuff for you to see using this theme. Take care everybody, stay safe out there, and I'll see you soon. Bye.